Hello friends, welcome back. My name is Mustafa and you are watching my tutorial. In this video we will learn about ViewChild. To get access to DOM element, child component or directive from parent component, we use ViewChild decorator. ViewChild returns the first element that matches the template reference selector, directives or component. That we will see in the practical example. We will try to validate all the points that I have written here. This is the project that we are working from the long time. If you see here in the app.component.html, I have a button and a text box. What I want to achieve is, when I click on this button, I want to access whatever I put in the text box that I want to access in the app.component. So before that, let's run this example. Here you can see that I have a text box and a button. When I click on that, I am simply showing an alert as of now. If you see this button, I have a click event and a method show name. So when I click on this button, this method will be called. So what happens when I click on the button, here on this method, I want to access whatever the value I put in the text box, I want to access that. How can we do that? So first of all, we need to give a template reference to this input control. So I will give first name. So this is the unique name I have given to this input control, and it starts from hash. This is called template reference variable. Means you are giving a reference to this input control. Now that my button is ready and the input control is also ready with template reference variable. Now here what I want to achieve, when I run this example and click on this button, whatever I put here, I want to access that in the component. For that, in the component, we need to import ViewChild and the element ref. And I will use here @ViewChild. And in the opening and closing square bracket, I will give this name. You can use single or double quotes as well. And I will give a property name also as first name. You can give any name. And this will be of type element ref. This one, element ref. And remember that ViewChild and the element ref is coming from Angular core. So now you can ask a question that why this property is going to be of the type element ref. See, this input is what? This is an element, right? That's the reason we need to use element ref. If I give integer or number, number, will it make sense? No. If I give like a string, will it make sense? No. This is an element. That's the reason we will use element ref. Now what I have to do, on click event of this button, I have to access value of this input control. So now I have reference of this input control in this property. So I will use this dot first name dot native element dot value, and let me do alert. Save the changes and flip to browser. Type something in the text box like mytutorial.com and click on the button. We are able to see that whatever we type here, we are able to see in the alert as well. Let's debug this code. Press F12 and come to source and open the app component. So close all the unnecessary tab that is opened here. And here, if you see, this is the show name method. So put a debugger here, click on the button. Now you can see that I have this, first name that has native element. So remember that this property has a native element and that has n number of properties. So as of now I am using value. If you want, you can use some other properties as well. So let me take this one in the console, and here I will show you. If you see here, there are lots of properties like styles, dot background. So if you see, there are lots of property that you can use here. As of now I am using value. So instead of value, let me use a style.background color. And to this background color, I will assign red color. So remove this alert, save the changes and flip to browser. So just click on the button and you can see that this method is getting called. And here I am setting background color to red to this input control. Now let me go back to definition. What this definition is saying, to get access to DOM element and the child component and directive. So as of now we saw that how you can get access to DOM element, right? So now let's see how you can access child component as well. So as you can see here that I have a child component. As of now I am not using any template because template is not required. Here I have only one method, I have only one method that I want to access from this parent component. So what I will do, I will use this selector in the app component. Let me use this selector in the app component. Here I will give a reference variable as I have given to the input control. So I will give a reference variable like my child. And this child I will access in the same way I access this first name. So I will give view child, and inside the view child I will use this reference variable and I will give a property. You can give any name, I will give child. And now this is going to be of type this child component because this is a selector of this child component, right? So this is going to be of type child component. So I will give here a child component, and we also need to import it. So do control and dot and select it. So it is imported here. Now that I have access to this child component here using this reference variable. Remember, I am accessing this, using the template reference variable, the help of view child. Now that what I want to achieve is when I click on this button, now I want to access whatever the method is in the child component. In the child component of TS, we have a hello world method. I want to access this method in the app component. So what I will do, I will just comment this line of code and I will do this dot child dot, and you can see that we are able to access hello world. And I will simply open and close because this is a method, so I will open and close. So save the changes and flip to browser. So here what will happen when I click on this button, this method will be called, and from here we will go to this method and we can see this hello from child alert message. So click on the button and you can see that hello from child is coming. Let's debug this code. Click again and do F11 as of now, and you can see that now we are coming to child component. So let me add one more method, hello world demo, and here I will put a message hello from child demo. Save the changes. Now if you come here, you can see that we will have access to other method as well. So this dot child dot, now you can see that we have access for both the methods. Save the changes, and here now if you click on this button, now we should be able to see two alert. Execute this one, first alert. So as of now we are able to see only one alert. So why is this? Because this code is not refreshed. So I will always suggest you, whenever you make any changes, please make sure that files are saved and all the changes are loaded in the browser. So as of now the changes are not loaded, so here you need to do control and F5. Do control and F5, and now you can see that we are able to see the changes. Now if you click on the button, we should be able to see two alerts. In the next video we will learn about view children. So what is view children? Unlike view child, view children decorator is used to access multiple elements. Its return type is query list. So what is query list? That also we will see in this example. Query list is just a name for an object that stores a list of items. The query list will always be updated whenever any child item added, updated or removed from the HTML DOM. Let's flip to Visual Studio Code. This is the same project we worked in the previous demo where we talked about view child. So let's run this application and flip to browser. And here you can see that I have a text box and a show name button. So as of now, if you see in the app.component.html, I have only one input element, and reference of this template is first name. As of now, we have only one element. Let's assume tomorrow I have multiple elements, multiple input elements with the same template reference variable. I copied 3 times, save the changes. Now flip to browser. In the first text box I am putting 1, in the second 2 and the 3. Now if you click on the show name button, we are able to see only one alert, and that is from first element. So now if you see the definition of view child, it is saying that view child access only the first element of the matching selector or the matching element. As of now, it is getting value from the first input element. What if I want to access all the input elements? So for that purpose, we will use viewChildren. So let's come to app.component.ts, and here I will modify this viewChild to viewChildren. And make sure that that is imported from Angular core. And the name will be same, because if you see here I have the same name. So I am trying to access all the input element that has same template reference variable. I will leave the name as it is, and I will leave this property also as it is. This is not a single element. This is going to return us a multiple element. And this is where I will use query list. Make sure that query list is imported. Now that I have achieved the first step. The second step is that I need to loop through query lists. So what I will do, I will comment this line of code and I will loop through it. So I will do this dot first name dot, and if you see I have for each method. For each item, and here I will do alert item dot, if you see I have native element dot value. Save the changes and now flip to browser. Do Control F5, and in the first text box I am putting 1, 2 and 3. Click on the button and you can see that I am able to see 1, 2 and the 3 as well. Now let me open developer tool, go to source and open app.component.ts, and this is where I have written the logic. So when I click on this button, you can see that this method is getting called, and here if you notice it has many properties like first, last. If you see the length is 3 because I have 3 input element with the same template reference variable. So it is coming here as 3, and if you see the result is also 3. And if you expand this result, you can see that we have more property over here. So these are the all properties that you can use as per your need. So it will loop through each of the items. So I put a debug point here. So let me do F10, and you can see that we are able to see the value. So I will just delete this breakpoint and run this application. Now you saw that how easily we are able to get all the element using the viewChildren. So let me modify this code. Instead of viewChildren, I will do viewChild. And now see what is happening. Save the changes and come to browser again. Put some value. Click on show name button. Now you can see that when I click on that, nothing happens. If you see here, this first name do not have for each. Why? Because for each will only be available when we use viewChildren. In the viewChild, you see it is coming as undefined, because as we know that viewChild gets only the first matching element. That's why we will not be able to see for each loop. So now let me comment this line of code and uncomment this one. And viewChild is going to access single element, so this query list is not required. So I will remove this one also. And now you can see that when I run this application, I should be able to get the first element only. And here we go. So I hope now the concept is clear that what actually viewChildren and the viewChild is. ViewChild access only the first matching element. However, if you are using viewChildren, you can access all the matching elements. Now let's extend this example. I will delete all the code I have here. I will delete this one as well. And I will delete all the input control as well. So what I am trying to do now I have a child component. And in this child component, I have a selector, this child selector. So I will use this child selector in the app component. And I will remove all the method that I have here. I will leave this title property only. So let me use this child property 3 times. So what I am trying to achieve here, when I click on this button, I want to access this child component multiple times using the viewChildren. So I will show you how we can access that. So for that we will use viewChildren, and here I will use this child component name. And I will give property name as child. And this is going to be of type child component. And because I am using here viewChildren, it will return query list. So I will use query list here. So this is the step 1. The step 2 is that now we have to access that when I click on the button. So I will use here this dot child dot for each, and here I will access all the items. And here I will use this item because each time it will loop, I will get all the items one by one in this variable. I will use item dot title. Title, you see, this is declared in the child component. If I change title 1, now you should be able to see title 1. Now you can see title 1 is coming. And I will do alert. Save the changes and flip to browser. So as of now, this text box is not required. I will simply remove that. So this is already removed. Changes are not reflected on the UI. So do Control and F5. If you don't see any changes, please do Control and F5. Now we are able to see only show name button. When I click on that, this method will be called. So it will loop through all of the child element and will display the title. 1, 2, and 3. So now you saw that we are able to see this title 3 times. Why we are able to see this title 3 times? Because I am using this selector here 3 times. Let me do it only 2 times. Save the changes, refresh the page, and again click on the show name button. Now you will be able to see only 2 times. Here we go. Let me do it 5 times. Now we should be able to see alert message 5 times. So click on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now you can see that how we are able to access all the matching element using the view children. Here I would like to summarize that view child and view children work in the similar fashion. The only difference is that view child access only the first matching element. However, view children access all the matching elements. That's the only difference between view child and view children. This is also one of the frequently asked questions in the interview nowadays. If you have any question, please write below in the comment box. I will be happy to answer that. If you really like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.